Hi guys, this is Larissa with Be You Beautiful One. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I am setting up for the week of February the 8th through the 14th in my vertical planner. And I'm going to do a Black History setup in this particular vertical planner. So in this one, I have created some stickers that I'm going to punch out. Hopefully I'll be able to use my Happy Planner punch on this and just punch them right out so that the boxes are nice and neat. But I've selected a variety of influential leaders in the Black community, and I thought it would be really cool to put them in my planner. Now, some of these are not going to be used in here because I have more than what I really need, but I just went ahead and pulled out several of them so that I can use them throughout the month, or whatever I don't use, I could just save on hand, but I wanted to fill up the sheet. And then I also have a quote sticker sheet that I may use on this and I may not. It depends on how I can fit them in here. But what I decided is that this particular vertical planner will be more so for my memory keeping, to document different news, make quotes or whatever. So I'm also going to have a second vertical planner, but I'll show you guys that at a later time because it's going to be new to my lineup. So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these stickers, but I also pulled out some washi tape here that I may use or may not use. I don't quite know just yet. These two are my newest ones from Simply Gilded Valentine's collection. Okay guys, so I'm speeding up the video and doing a voiceover now because this was a really long video in the raw form, and I don't do well with talking in deco setup. So but as you can see here, I do have all of the pictures cut out except for 3 of them, and I plan to use what I don't use for this week for another spread later on in the month. So no love lost. And I'm also trying to figure out like my placement, like where can I get the best bang for as much information as possible to write, as well as to be able to use as many of the pictures as possible, but not overcrowd my spreads. So I have an idea that I'm going to try to do for the first week of this type of spread. I'm going to utilize like going from out of the pictures I have, like the person who is more historical, and then moving forward. So with this one, I'll be starting with Harriet Tubman. But I love this Valentine floral pattern that primarily is black and white with some red foil in there, and I decided to border the middle row because in this area I originally was going to write some information, but I think I'm gonna just do a little bit of deco in here, as you will see. And trying to still fit in this rose washi tape from Cookie and Co, because to me it's like giving people their flowers while you can. Even though some of the people that I'm going to showcase in this spread have passed away, it's still important to think about how we can honor our leaders and advocates and risk takers in our community by giving them honor and acknowledging them for the things that they have had to step up to and sacrifice and risk. So for this spread, I decided not to go with the rose washi tape, but instead I opted for this like Stardust Confetti washi tape from Simply Gilded. It has like the same kind of color in foil, and it satisfied me enough that I could see something there at the top and bottom, but that it didn't overpower the spread, and so you could just see something, right? And so for the stickers, I'm starting off with Harriet Tubman, and I have some quotes from each of the persons that I'm going to probably write on the box next to the figure. Haven't totally figured out how to do that, but like the one for Harriet Tubman that I selected says, "Never wound a snake. Never wound a snake. Kill it." And so, I mean, that's a powerful statement, and that can go in so many different ways. Sometimes you can't entertain things. You have to sever your association with things in order to move forward. I mean, there's just so many ways to apply this to life. And then, of course, we have Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King there, and the quotes that I have for Rosa Parks is, "I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear." I love that. So when your mind is made up and you're set towards a cause, that helps to eliminate fear. And then for Martin Luther King, for this one, I did not. Oh, here it is. "The time is always right to do what is right." The time is always right to do what is right. And then I also have author Ash, who was a highly honored athlete, tennis athlete, up at the top for Friday. And I have his quote, "One important key to success is self-confidence, and an important key to self-confidence is preparation." And then we have, of course, the first black woman elected to the United Congress is Shirley Chisholm. And her quote that I have is, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair." I love that. And I have her for the 11th. And then for the 13th, I don't know if you guys remember Dr. Mae Jameson, but I do. She was a very historical figure when I was like in high school, I believe. And one of the first black female astronauts. And her quote that I picked out was, "Never be limited by other people's limited imagination." I love that. I love that. So just because somebody else may not feel it's possible or that they can't do it, don't let them put your limitations on you. And then, of course, we have the famous Oprah Winfrey. And for her, I have, "Doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment." Of course, Oprah gives us quotes that are just phenomenal. And so I will probably put those. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put the quotes next to the individuals, either on the left or right hand side, or if I'm totally going to do like half of a box with the quote and maybe half of it of what happened during that month or that week or day. I'm not quite for sure, but hopefully I'll show you guys after the pin if it doesn't look too bad on Instagram. So make for sure you're following me on Instagram. I have my handle in the description box. Now with this middle section, I wanted to put Black History because that's what this is all about in celebration of Black History Month. And I changed out the letters because the first set of letters were just too thin and didn't really have an impact. So I went to that mega book and was able to find some letters that to me had a little bit more standout effect, and I like the way that those turned out. I don't have a clear ruler. I thought I ordered one, but a clear ruler would have helped me to better align the letters. But honestly, I was not focused on that because I sort of think it's cool when letters are not straight in a line. It sort of looks like a bulletin board kind of effect. So I was like, however it turns out, it's close enough. So the letters are not totally in perfect line, but that's okay. And then I decided to go ahead and pick out some of these florals from the Live Love Posh sticker book. And these are basically a black and white paper with the black outline of the flowers. And I really love how this looks against that red washi. Now this red washi is part of a set that I got off of Amazon, and it came with like a lot of solid colors, which I love. The washi tape is super thin though, that's the downside, so there's a little give and a take. I was able to get a lot of solid colors for very cheap, but it still is a good set of washi tape because I get the color palette that I like without all of the print on there. And so I really love how the red washi is playing up against the black and white floral washi, or gray washi with the black florals, and the red foil that I got from Simply Gilded. I just love how all of this is playing against each other, the black and white photos of our leaders. And yeah, so I'm excited about this. And I took the edging of the backing of the plastic top to my X-Acto knife and sort of like help to rub the stickers down in place because I kept lifting them up and down. And so I usually, when I'm recording, I have on a lot of lotions, so it takes a while for everything to stick down properly. But I really like how everything turned out. And then for the left hand side of the spread, I didn't want to leave that empty. Here is another place where I could write down some quotes, or if I don't write down events that happened during the week, I can put it on this left hand side of the spread. And so overall, I really love how this turned out. I absolutely cannot wait to fill it in with all of the goodies of events that has happened during the week as well. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna use that sidebar to like summarize like different like events to notate, and then like in my journal I can always put more detailed information, and then that way I could put the quote next to each of the pictures for each of the iconic leaders that I have listed on my planner spread. I love how this turned out. It is so pretty to me, and it's almost where I don't want to even write in it, but I will. And so let me know what you're doing to honor Black History Month and celebrate, and who are your favorite leaders within the Black community. I may want to look them up if I don't know about them, or I may want to also include them in one of my planners, or just research them even more. So let me know down below who your favorite leaders are, and even some of your favorite quotes. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this process video, this setup video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and until the next time, thank you for joining me. Bye bye.